One. So we are live. This has been crashing. I've had mobile phones crashing. It's really all been happening literally here tonight. So I don't even know if this is working. Yes, it is working. That is one bit of good news. So OBS has crashed twice tonight. Um, my mobile phone has completely failed to stream tonight. So I've got the laptop out and I've done a different setup to last time. I've tried to get it pointing out the back door towards where I'm cooking, which unfortunately is going to give you a great full body view of me, which I prefer not to have going online. But anyway, never mind. I'm wearing pants, so that's a bit less controversial, hopefully. So the sounds you hear there are stream raiders. I am trying to keep that happening just as a hunter in other people's battles. Trying to get to my 100 so I can be a captain. I'm hoping that's going to happen tonight. It's not going to be a super long stream, just have to work tomorrow, but we'll try to do a few hours anyway. It's super late. I'm not going to go into all the issues I've had getting it all happening, but I'm not really happy with the setup. But at one point, one has to bite the bullet and go live or not go live, and I think this recipe is good enough to share. So that's what I'm doing. So I don't know. My friends who I've told about the stream, I've managed to come on so late. I don't know if any of them are here. If you are here, welcome. Thank you so much for your patience. We're going to get going pretty soon. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to run you through what I'm going to use. So just give me one moment. I used to work at a Italian restaurant, and oh, you can't see my bow tie because of my beard. That's my bow tie. I'm all dressed up for this, guys. Not a great colour bow tie, but anyway. So this is called Greek alio. That's what they called it. It's really just a marinated lamb dish. Pretty basic. Oh, this mic isn't picking me up very well. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. All right, I'm probably not sounding great, but it is what it is. I mean, what else would it be? Thanks for tuning in, 007 Bad Girl. So, okay, so I've got an onion. I've also got marinated capsicum. Sorry, that was me messing up. It's not marinated capsicum, it is roasted capsicum. Now, you could roast that yourself, but I've gone up the road and bought this at the Greek supermarket. Feta, Greek feta. Greek feta is the best. I haven't used as much olive oil as this recipe originally used. Actually, I haven't used any, but I am going to probably use a bit of beef tallow to cook it in. You can use olive oil, you can use rice bran oil, whatever you want to fry it in. I really cannot see my mouth, can we? I really probably should do something about that. Ramming. Okay, so that is onion, feta cheese, capsicum, and then I'm going to show you the marinade. I made this yesterday. It's been in the fridge overnight. Probably can't see it very well. What it is it's lamb chopped up. Oh, actually, sorry, I bought it chopped up. I've actually got it a bit large, to be honest. You'll see that when I cook it a bit better. It is in red wine, balsamic vinegar, garlic. Lots of garlic. As you know, I love garlic. Normally, I would have olive oil in it as well, or some sort of oil. I've also used fish sauce, which is not what you'd normally do, but I'm a bit of a fish sauce fetishist. So, feel free to leave that out. I'm probably actually leaving that out. Marinades are, however, quite forgiving. As long as you don't put heaps of salt in there. You can't put whatever you want in there, but a bit of alcohol, a bit of vinegar, a bit of oil. You're pretty safe with those things. And you're going to cook off the alcohol. It's not really going to have alcohol left in it by the time you've cooked it. Having said that, I normally would do this in a wok, and I currently don't have a wok. So we're going to see what happens. So I've left this out for about an hour just to get to room temperature. It's Darwin, so it doesn't take long for it to get room temperature. It's still quite cool, cooler than I'd like. But all the delays getting the stream going is getting it warmer and warmer every minute. I'm going to try and see if the other scene will get it closer. How that looks. That's a bit more zoomed. I'm actually going to zoom that in even more. Oh, crikey, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, no, that's good, that's good. Now, if I make that bigger, right now it's showing my shed, of course, but if I move away, that's a bit closer on the shot. So I think I need more height. That's my timer going, saying that my pasta is ready, which I'm pretty confident it is. Right, I think that's going to give me a good headroom. No, it's probably going to cut my head out over there. Okay. So that is going to work. Okay. Welcome, Violets TV. Joining me. We're going to get going very soon. That's my pasta ready. I've got huge problems kitchen hot real estate here. So this is the trusty pot. I just cooked the pasta in. I also want to cook the main meal in here as well. But I'm going to be doing a bit of two-pot cooking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook onion first in here. Then I'm going to sear the meat somewhere else. Then I'm going to throw it all back in here. I'll explain why I'm doing that way in a little while. This is what I'm going to cook the meat in. So when I cook the meat, I want it to be fairly dry. So normally I'd use a wok. This is my massive frying pan I'm going to use. Gas is on. We will soon be cooking with gas. Off my family heirloom plate with some pasta. Look, that's quite a lot of pasta. This pan is quite filling, so that's probably too much, but I wanted too much rather than not enough this job. Cutting boards out there. Onions here. So time is of the essence. It's so late. Oh, and I managed to come out here without a knife. Okay, so really, oh, that's very smelly. I hope that's not my gas bottle leaking. I've left a gas thing on somewhere. Anything could happen. Stream still up. Stream still up. That is I'm boiling it. I've got it on the fire just to melt that water off. I'm going to get a little bit of beef drippings. You can use duck fat, any sort of fat for this. Olive oil. Use something that you prefer to use. You could use light oil if you want. I'm going to use a whole onion. I think I've got about 600 mils. That's my spoonful. And I've completely lost it. Red wine in a champagne flute. I really must get myself some more stemware. But I've been 6 weeks without drinking until about 3 days ago, so I may well give up again. This dish, you can make this without red wine, by the way. If you don't drink at all or you don't want alcohol in your life, substitute soy sauce for red wine. It's brewed. It'll give you similar characteristics in a marinade. I just like the taste of red wine. And of course, as I said, you cook off the alcohol, so it's not really alcohol in it. But of course, I like to drink some when I'm making it. It's just a bit of a tradition. That water's boiled off. Hear me. It is a long way from me. Dripping's very hard to work with that. Underneath. What I want to hear is I want to hear it sizzling. There's really not very much in there. So for now, 1, 2, check 1, 2. Okay, that's sizzling away, so that temperature's good. I'm really behind. Throwing this onion on the ground, I'll get it later. Don't have space for a container for it. That's the onion skin I made. The standard procedure to dice an onion. Check my earlier videos if you want to see that. There's plenty online as well. Oh no, I hope that isn't the same. No, just alive. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Right. Hello, hello, hello. But last time I did this, a fair bit of onion went Wow, I can't believe the mic's picking up. The onions cut up. It's ostensibly diced, but there are some large bits. Unfortunately, my noise gate isn't picking that up, but it is currently sizzling in there, which means the oil was hot enough. You know what? I'm actually thinking I'm going to abandon my earlier idea and just use one pot. It's also going to help with the expedience of it all. Crikey, that's quite shaky, this thing. Tell you what, you really know you're living in the lucky country when you can manage to get this bottle of wine. I think it was $12. By the way, I'm not sponsored by these guys. It's called Amongst the Clouds. It was the last one left in the bottle shop, of course, for good reason. I can imagine whoever had a punt on this one went and bought more as soon as they tried it. It's quite a nice 2018 Shiraz, Among the Clouds. So just frying the onion. There's a bow tie. Just frying the onion now. I'm actually changing everything I was going to do. I'm going to just then pick the meat out so that I get rid of as much liquid as I can. Turn up the heat really high, sear it, turn the heat down, throw everything else in pretty quickly. This is the problem. The onion is actually burning. Try to get a bit more oil out. I'm just going to commit to that and put this away. Just cooking how much I've got. So I've probably used about 3 teaspoons of oil. 3. You could use more based on what you're into. My onions are beginning to burn again. So I'll turn the heat to max. Dead set madness what I'm doing here. So I'm going to try and pick this meat out without as much liquid as I can. I want to hear it sizzle when you put it on. And really I need to get it on quicker. So big clumps. I wish you could hear the smell. I smell the smell. Beautiful. And it's not, the mic's not picking up the sizzle. that's all out now. Oh no, there's a few bits of meat there. Now here's the secret. Because this is marinated for about 24 hours or so, all that meat is basically cooked by the chemicals in the vinegar and red wine. So really you don't need to cook it much. What you're trying to do is burn the outside. Hey, love blessing, greetings. That might be family, is it? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for dropping in. We're at an exciting moment. This is, of course, one of my mother's favourite dishes I used to make for her, Greek alio. Actually, I haven't made it for many years. Even she hadn't had it for many years before she passed away. So, um, anyway, it's a good one. Just stirring everything at the moment. Crikey, I almost dropped my wine. Actually, don't need these tongs anymore. I'm going to toss them out there. They're out of the way. Look, I hope this is picking up my voice. I think it is, but not very well, not very cleanly. When are you from? Where are you from? I'm from Sri Lanka, born in Australia. Oh, so this is. I thought you might be someone. You've just found this by accident, have you? Well, welcome. Thank you. Feel free to throw me a follow because I'm hoping. Oh, yeah. I'm hoping to become a stream captain in Stream Raiders. So throw me a follow if you're finding this interesting. Um, Actually, you know what I'll do? When I make it all, I'll go through everything in it again because you probably missed that. Sri Lankan Indian, it's 50 kilometers difference. It's a fair call. These are oven roasted capsicums. You could make this yourself. I've just bought it from the shop, Greek style. That is incredible. That's basically like a whole capsicum here, just shoved in. Check that out. That's mental. Cut it up straight in. Stir it through. I'll be honest with you, I can't really see what I'm doing right now. Rowan Atkinson, really? Interesting. Thanks for the follow. Um, just got to finish. So I'll just finish this because it's sort of on a bit of a high fire there, and then I'll explain a bit more about it. I don't know how well you can hear me when I'm over there. Hopefully it's not too bad. And now for the last, feta cheese. I'm going to just throw it all in. I've got this big hunk. What's the point of keeping it, eh? This is a little controversial. I've actually turned the fire off. I don't want to overcook. Oh, very large. I've got butter all over my fingers. Going to clear some space. It is probably about 8 p.m. here. 18kW guy. So good that you've dropped in so randomly. Let me just check that again. Where are you, by the way? Are you in India? That red juice is red wine. Hopefully that's not offensive to you. Yes, so actually I'll show you again after I showed it off. Amongst the Clouds, Shiraz, 2018. As I was explaining, we're very lucky in this country. Oh, from Vienna, awesome, cool. It's an Australian wine. It's only it was $12, 12 Australian dollars. How are you in Vienna? Is you guys locked down over there? I think. Oh, it's excellent. You know, it's incredible that you can get cheap wines that are so good. But that's climate we live in. Check out my bow tie. You can't see it because of my beard. All day I've been wearing this, and most people probably didn't even see it. This marinade, I'm just going to pour it in here because I'm going to bin it. I could have stirred some of that into the sauce, but what I've found is, look, marinade's done its job when it's soaked in your meat. Thank you. What time I said it was? It's actually 9 p.m. here, very late for eating. But you know, for all the various reasons, including delay to my stream, um, that's when I'm eating. 1 p.m. So it's 1 p.m. for you. It would be 1 p.m. on Thursday, the 8th of August. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's 8:40 p.m. on Thursday, the 5th of August here. So a few hours later here. We're close to the dateline, so we get the day earlier. Just moving a few things around. I might try and move this camera a little bit closer out when I eat. Oh, I haven't. I'm just going to put away one more thing. In a perfect world, I'd be cleaning as I go, but of course, in stream, that doesn't really work because you want to try and stay on camera as much as. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wheel this computer out closer. Oh, hopefully, I've got enough power lead. That's almost out my door. Yeah, I'm so close to 100 followers. Do you play Stream Raiders? Whoa, that's an alarming zoom. But hopefully that means you'll be able to see a bit better down here. I'm going to bring this food up so you can have a better look too. Oh, let me plate it up. Let me plate it up. Okay, it looks much better like this. So what we have here, camera's not picking it up very well. So this is marinated lamb with onion, feta cheese, and roasted capsicum. So I'll talk you through the actual process I used. I don't know if I'm going to be too close to eat it here. Changing that zoom. That's a bit better, isn't it? Hopefully I can do this without throwing my computer on the ground. Um, Anyway, I'll try. It's not really. Anyway. Well, I must say my mother did absolutely love this piece whenever I made it for her. So, look, I couldn't really see what I was doing. Usually I would cut the lamb smaller. This is just how the butcher cut it. That's one of the smaller pieces. I'd normally cut it smaller and really sear it. I'm going to try just some of the meat first. It's cooked and you can taste the red wine all through it. So I'll just reiterate because you're a bit late to the party and save you having to go through the video to know what's in it. So it's lamb, which I've left for 24 hours in a marinade made of red wine, garlic, lots of garlic, about 5 cloves of garlic, and I've used fish sauce. So that's controversial. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but I just love fish sauce. Um, Look, it's not the best I've done on this. It's probably a 6 out of 10, but it's pretty damn good. If someone else made it for you, you'd really love it. I'm a bit hard on it because I've made it a few times over the years. But then again, I haven't been cooking a lot in recent years, so I have to cut myself a little bit of slack. It's good. You know what? There's something in what you say. It probably deserves a bit more, because that was the rating just based on the meat. When you combine the pasta, the feta, and the meat, yeah, it's way better. It's probably more like a 7 or 8 in my book. But yeah, but certainly if you'd never had it, you'd probably love it if you're into lamb. Remember, um, when I added that feta at the end, I basically turned the fire off and then stirred it through the rest of the hot ingredients, and that's just made it super soft. A bit hard to see, but that is a very soft feta. This is a Greek feta, combination of sheep and goat. You could use Danish. This whole meal, hang on, let me just check how much is left. That would probably feed 3, and I would say it cost me about probably cost me about $25 to feed 3. Now, if you're buying that in a restaurant, each dish would be around $18 to $20. So it's about a third of the cost of eating out. As far as I'm aware, no one in Darwin makes this right now. Another thing you would have missed, is earlier I was talking about how I borrowed this, well, stole this recipe from a restaurant where I used to be a waiter when I was, a young, just not about 19. So I was a waiter, and I would often carefully watch what they made, and I'd try it out at home. Another thing I did at home for this dish today is is and this is a restaurant technique. It's a good way of cheating when you're cooking. I boiled my water with lots of salt. So what that does is raises the temperature of the water, and then when you boil your pasta, it cooks quicker. It also means you don't really need to add salt. The other thing I forgot is I use cracked pepper also in that marinade. With marinades, you can use what you like. I sometimes would use honey. I haven't used anything sweet in this one today. Could use fresh capsicum as well. Um, I just find the roasted capsicum, because it's basically already cooked, very forgiving. Interesting. Yeah, I don't so much do it for noodles because they cook so quick anyway. But yeah, I suppose yeah, you could. This accompanying this meal with this, brilliant. Of course, not everyone drinks wine. If you don't drink wine, of course you wouldn't. But in the actual meal itself, none of that wine's really present apart from the flavour. Alcohol-wise, it's cooked off, cooked at a high heat. Um, yeah, thanks a lot. So, what are you up to? Are you heading off to 1 p.m.? So you're at work, or what are you up to? Are you locked down, or what's going on in Austria? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, well, I hope I've given you some inspiration to try something. Um, I think I've got 2 other videos of really basic cooking, sausage curries and stuff. Veggie curries, the other one. So yeah, this stream is really about trying to offer really simple recipes for people to make at home who maybe don't have a lot of skill or confidence in the kitchen. Right, excellent. I'm sure you get very good cheese there in Austria. Look at that feta. Yeah, look, even if you haven't got expensive meat, you marinate it for 24 hours, it's just going to add so much flavour. And even though I've stuffed up a bit and overcooked this meat, it's still good. If I could have seen a bit better what I was doing, I probably wouldn't have done that. All right, well, enjoy your shopping and your food. Feel free to tune in a bit later. I may well be stream rating if I reach my 100. It's my 92. I've got 8 followers to go. No worries, and I will upload it to YouTube as well. But the VOD will be up here on Twitch, so by all means, watch from the start, and you'll get a bit better of an idea of how I did it. And while you're shopping today, if you've got the cash, buy a bit of lamb and red wine, and leave it marinating overnight, and eat it tomorrow night or the night after. Even if you marinate for 2 days, it's okay. Farewell. Thank you for dropping in. See you later. Oh, do you stream as well? Or you just if you do stream, I'll check you out. Otherwise, see you again in here. So these small bits are quite badly overcooked, but because there's so much flavour from that red wine, even overcooked, they're still very tasty. Oh, right. I've eaten a lot of it now. So we have marinated lamb, um, roasted capsicum, feta cheese, which I just stirred through at the last minute, just so it melted. This lamb was marinated 24 hours. Oh, I asked if you streamed, Loveless. Oh yeah, look, I'm a bit disciplined. I like mixing my food together, and I try to when I eat with my nephew and niece, they separate all their food and eat it. I love mixing it all. Oh yeah, no problem. Anyway, catch up with you again. Enjoy your shopping. Dan, have you come to observe some cooking or eating, or what are you up to? Will do, thank you. It's so late. I need to go to sleep. I'm not going to though, because I've just eaten a meal. I'm drinking wine. Oh, righto. What have you got there? What are you eating? We're having dinner together. Nice. Better than eating alone, eh? Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not terribly entertaining to watch eat because my beard basically covers my mouth and everything. But you know, I'm enjoying my food. I mean, it's quite crazy. I'm here leaning out my back door, or leaning into my back door because I've cooked outside on the barbecue. Hmm. Which reminds me, I've got to turn the gas off. Make sure I've turned off the gas. Successfully turned my gas on. So tell us about the chicken, Dan. What have you done? What sort of chicken have you got? Fried chicken, roast chicken, KFC. Dan, do you play Stream Raiders? I'm trying to get to 100 here. 100 followers so I can become a Stream Raiders captain. So yeah, feel free to throw me a follow, and before long, I'll be captaining. So this is the trap. I've ended up with pasta, cheese, and capsicum left and no meat. I'll grab a little bit more. So here's the thing, right? This used to be one of my favourite dishes. I would make at least once a month for several years, probably at least 5 years. And I don't think I've made it. I don't think I've made it for 10 years. Isn't that interesting to just have? And it's just brilliant that even after all this time, you know, it's not it's not 10 stars, not 10 out of 10, not Michelin star worthy, but it's good. So if you got this at a restaurant, you wouldn't be unhappy about it. Although I did just get a big chunk of garlic, but it's an antibiotic. It's good for me. Okay, so we have been streaming for almost an hour. Um, I had an absolute struggle of a time getting it live today. I wanted to shoot this on the phone, and my phone just would not work. So that was pretty annoying. Oh no, I've just got feta on my keyboard. I need to wipe that up because I'm really meticulous about my keyboard. I normally never eat anywhere near my computer, but streaming does make that difficult, especially when you're streaming cooking. Now, I'm going to probably move this computer inside in a sec. The nauseas are beginning to bite me. I'll probably change scenes in a sec. I'm only going to have a little bit more wine for an early start tomorrow. Don't want to be hungover. I'm going to most likely change scenes. I don't know what game to play. I guess I'll play World of Warships in a sec. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop at about a third of the bottle. That would be within 7.4 standard drinks. That's a pretty heavy one. Bottle's about 2.5 drinks. That's a pretty good amount, healthy amount for a male to drink, according to recommendations, health recommendations. So ordinarily I just put my pot in the fridge, but there's not that much food in it. So I might just take a bit of time. I want to cut that bit of meat because it's too big. Rather than having it in one big mouthful, I'll have it in two. Okay, just let me. What happens if I go? No, let me just check it. But I've got the hiccups. Oh, that's the other thing I need to do. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, that's a bit close. Whoops. All right, so yeah, I need to pick up a knife, and I need to wipe my keyboard because I've got feta on it, and I'm really disappointed. Sorry if that's doing. board. Sorry, I'm just that's the side of my head. I'm just washing up for a sec. I'll just try to put it on my meal without knocking my wine over. As you can see, that's hard to cut. That's because I've overcooked it. Overcooked, but still yummy. So put it back in this container. I'm going to throw the leftovers in here. Quite a lot. It's straight on, straight in the fridge, and that's tomorrow's lunch for two or three people probably. Hopefully I put all the cheese off my keyboard, and hopefully I'm not putting... Oh, I just put some more back on it. What I need to do, I need to properly wash my hands and then get back on. Cheers. President Mackie, welcome. Yeah, you've arrived pretty much almost at the end of my eating and putting stuff away phase, but welcome. You can watch the VOD of the YouTube video to get the whole process. This is just the end of the eating. That is marinated lamb, feta cheese, roasted capsicum with penne pasta. Just going to move around a bit of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to finish eating, and then I'll probably play a little bit of World of Warships.